Do we want to clap?
Oh.
Sorry, babe.
Did you?
I didn't mean to do that. That wasn't even a burp. That was internal.
That was.
Yes, please.
That was the soul of
I
it.
think you should do. Are we going to start that and then the jingle?
I can't spread my wings 'cause I'm indoors. Social mods.
Guten Tag for the German listeners.
Guten Tag. Welcome. Welcome to episode 2 of the Moths.
No. Hello and welcome to Social Moths, where we flutter awkwardly to the warm glow of human connection. I'm Harriet Dyer.
I'm Amy Mason.
I'm Lindsey Santoro and shall remain Santoro until I pry it from my cold dead
Until
hands.
David divorces you.
I'll keep that name if it leaves me.
It is a good name.
We're trying to get out more, and you're coming with us.
Come along. Come along.
Now, so we did like an introduction episode, but we didn't really explain anything.
No, we just chatted shit, I think. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
So I would like to. Oh my god! I thought there was a cat in your makeup bag. Then.
What do you mean?
Oh my god! I once bought. I thought there was just because it looks like a little nest.
It's good, that is. It's got Rose of the Desert printed on the side of it for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. I bought it off
Oh.
a cheap site.
Let me
Is that your phone going off at
No,
this time of the
I've put it
morning?
on silent.
Whose phone was that?
Oh.
Yours? Who is it who's texting?
HMRC.
Well, right. Let's explain why we're doing it, because we said how we met, but I don't think we said. I'm doing it because I think I am quite social, but just I can't be bothered. That's essentially it, really.
I don't know, you're a funny one because every time I work with you, I'm reminded that you're a lot more like what you put out into the world is that you're useless.
Yeah.
But in real life, you're very well. I guess you wouldn't have got to where you have got to in comedy if you were just like an empty sack of shit.
I think I put my efforts into things that I feel are worthy, and otherwise I don't bother.
That's good though.
Yeah.
That's how people should be.
But this podcast, we still haven't said what this podcast is
Oh,
actually about.
Amy, please
This
tell them.
podcast is about. The podcast is about how none of us socialise as much as we'd like to. We find it very hard to be sociable in the modern age, and this podcast is an attempt for us to socialise together by doing the podcast.
Let's be
and
honest.
talk about that.
It's a tax reason for us to meet up for a laugh.
Harriet bought a gilet.
So that I could write it off. And well, also because you say you're sociable, but often you don't want to, do you?
Well, look at the I was going to say at my party, which you came to this week.
Oh yeah, but I do want to say before, because I forgot to say this last time, a big thing for me is that sorry to turn it back on myself.
No, don't.
But I've done a big move in life. I've moved away from my partner, but we're still together. And from Manchester we just needed 3.5 hours between us.
I think that's right with all couples. To be
From
fair.
Manchester to, I think if you took finances out the equation, so many couples are just living with each other.
Me and
To
my
help.
ex-husband, we separated, and we basically, it's sort of like we're still married. Like, we don't have any romantic relationship, but we are, to all intents and purposes, still, like, we go on holiday together and we see each other almost every day, and we live 5 minutes away from each other, but we live in separate houses. And it's
David's
great.
been so ill this week. He's had like a really bad snotty cold and I think a bit of flu and like pneumonia-ish.
Oh,
He's been sleeping in the back room. Best night's sleep this week of my life. I feel like a new woman. I don't want him to come back.
this is the issue, because now when me and him are reunited, it's really difficult to, because when we first started dating, we'd have canoodles and then I'd send him home because I just wasn't used to sharing a bed. So it took probably best part of a year for him to get in the bed, and now it's but anyway, so I moved to Bristol.
Yeah.
And then and then my friend Sally Ann Hayward, she said, because she moved to Bristol years and years ago, and then because what I was doing was I was at home feeling rubbish because I felt lonely because I was
Yeah.
so used to, like, when Marvin would come home, I'd be there scuttling like a dog on the lino to get to him, and then whenever one of us came to the door, we'd run to the other and hug them and stuff. So I missed that, and I don't have a lot of friends anyway, probably because I've been with him for 10 years.
Yeah.
Um,
Comedy's hard to make.
Yeah.
Friends, though. This is, I think, one of my issues. All my friends are. That's not true. I've got loads of friends. But, like, I don't get to see. The only friends I get to see normally are comedians because my other friends are.
Working in the day.
Yeah. And then they go, do you want to go out on Saturday? I'm like, no, because I'm driving to Milton Keynes for £60. So
But
I'm
also,
not
if you've got
about.
kids, because I've got
Kids
kids,
and
you've got
comedy,
kids,
yeah.
then you're out so much in the evening away from your kids that you feel like you can't go out other days to do social stuff in the evening. Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Not really.
I mean, I do, but
Because I'm a bad parent.
No, you're not. You're a wonderful parent.
Wonderful parent, yes. Don't do bedtime, not allowed. Wander up too much.
Oh.
Last night we were.
Well, you are the same people.
Last night I was pretending to be a Victoria mother, and she was my husband. My daughter was, and David was the doctor. He's trying to get her to bed, and I'm like, "Doctor, help me! My husband's bum's falling off. Louis got a big crack in it." And David's like, "Please, can we just go to bed?" And I was like, "But she can't even brush her own face." Like, just winding her up. And then I'm like, "Right, no, throw her in the bedroom."
I
Yeah.
do a voice that drives my children to insanity.
Oh,
They
yeah.
ask me to do it, but then I do it too much. It's like, I call it Moodles, and I don't know where it came from, but it's like I say to the cat, Longtail, why are you so skinny and grey? Why are you so tail so long?
scary, ain't it?
Moodles, And it's like I do it, and then I do it so much that they start crying. Like, Thora's actually cried because I won't stop.
Okay.
So I moved to Bristol, and then
sorry.
I didn't really know anyone. And then Sally and a few other people said, "Well, Harriet, you need to make your own community." So
Who said that?
Sally Ann Hayward.
She's a wise woman.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing. So I've been actively, like, if I am not gigging, I'll try and go out and do something. I'll do shuffleboard, interactive darts, and I've really made
Classic
an effort.
Harriet. I now do shuffleboard, interactive darts. Like, that's just normal.
I tried to take Marvin shuffleboarding at the weekend, and he for some reason thought he would have to be on a skateboard with no wheels on sawdust.
What even is shuffleboard?
It's like air hockey but with wood,
It's like indoor bowls, but like cool.
with little pucky things.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so
I've been less social this week than
less so sure.
social.
What?
Harriet's deaf.
These
I've got a
hearing
terrible accent. This will happen all the time.
Thing I went through, I don't know, I'm doing it because I went through like separation from my ex-husband. It was the pandemic, stuff like that. I moved in on my sorry, is that
Whose phone is
I've
that?
got my phone on airplane. Surely that should be quiet, no? Maybe not.
It's connected
put
to
it
the
on
Wi-Fi.
I
I just want to know who's texting.
yeah, and then I just moved in on my own. I live on my own with my two kids. And I don't know, I just don't go out
Sorry.
very much. Oh God. You're disgusting.
I didn't do. Before we started filming, something's going on in my inside.
My stomach is something else. It's rancid. Like, it's so loud, my stomach. But anyway, that is why. So I just don't go out very much at all. And I really do like being on my own though.
Yeah.
But then it gets a bit much, doesn't it?
So I don't like
sort of
being on my
forgotten.
own. I can't. I don't.
Never.
Well, like we know when I do a weekend of gigs, I get really like. It's not. I don't like being on my own. I don't like being away from David. I feel like he's
Aw.
my carer, and I need
Whereas
I
David's
like-
actively going out by himself.
David actively will go on excursions where he gets to stay in a hotel on his own, just so he can have some peace. But like, I feel like he's my is it a litmus paper?
Or
Litmus.
the
Litmus.
emotional therapy chihuahua.
No, but like
Oh.
he will judge. Maybe, but like he kind of judge. Like I go, can I do this? And he goes, I don't think you do want to do that. Whereas like when we were in, like I always remember when we were in Manchester and there was that illusion gallery, and we were like, should we go in? And my inner David said, you haven't got time to go in and do that.
Oh, me and you.
Yeah, when we were looking around the Christmas market.
Yeah, but then we regretted not
yeah,
going
we did
in.
regret it because we could have had some good photos of you on a little chair and me on a big chair.
I need somebody. I could think it is useful to have someone in the house to sort you out.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't end up making my daughter cry doing a stupid voice if I
Yeah.
had someone there
yeah.
to say, Amy, stop it.
yeah.
You're winding her up.
Yeah, but then David does tell me stop it and I don't. There we go. We got features.
Oh yeah. Oh well, because we need to talk about. We went to. So we made ourselves. I tried to cancel, but Amy wasn't having any of it. And we went. We did a massive social thing.
We went to Lindsay's
40th.
40th birthday party.
Yes. Which was a lovely surprise to see you there because I didn't. David gave me some certain instructions, but I didn't really know the ins and outs.
Shut up, Lindsay. You made a spreadsheet with
And we
everyone
weren't
on
on
it.
it. No,
and we weren't on it.
No,
That's what
I
David told us.
definitely would have put you on it.
Yeah, but you didn't.
But this would have been months ago.
Mm.
Anyway, when you turned up, I was absolutely gleed out my tits because I was
You
like,
were really happy.
I was really happy to see you, and it was so nice. And my sister did this lovely thing, and she's like printed out loads of pictures of me as a child, but all of them equally horrendous as the next, and then laminated them, and then put them around the room. And then did you see the little straws with
Yeah.
my face on,
I've
drunk
got a
out of
hat
them.
at home. I took one.
with my head on it?
Yeah.
You were ginger.
Yeah.
I know.
No, you deny being ginger.
Well, I know now. That's what I mean. But my
What do you
mum.
mean you know now? So you've only at the age of 40.
I've always assumed I was blonde, very blonde, and went darker blonde. But then looking at the photos from when I was first born, and I'm sorry, Amy, my sister, not you, that I've been so horrible to about being ginger and your burny skin. But like
But
now,
why's she not gone? Lindsay, you flaming galah.
she does. And then when
Oh.
when May was born and she was ginger, she was like, "This is what happens. You like essentially give it out; it comes back tenfold." So I was slightly gingerbread, and then went
Gingerbread.
blonde eye, and now pink eye.
Well, now because you say, or you'd like French eye in Bristol.
Oh yeah.
What's French eye?
It's a place called French eye that I always think of Kanike and Dane and Sunday. Yeah, because you said, because you know when someone at school is being bullied for being ginger, and then their mum has gone, oh no, you're not ginger, you're strawberry blonde.
Yeah.
And then when we said that to you at your party, you did that. You went, no, I'm strawberry blonde. But May, your daughter, is totally strawberry blonde.
Yeah, but so is my sister. Like, if you put their heads next to each other, it's the same hair.
But what does it mean? Because strawberries are red.
Well, it's not like a dark, like auburn. It's like a blondie,
Yeah.
blondie orange. It's not even orange, though, is it?
No. Did I tell you once I was eating strawberries on the train and then I felt something out of my peripheral vision, and they were like this. People had gathered. A man had gone, look at this woman eat strawberries, and they were just watching me eat strawberries.
I think there must have been something going on also. With
Why?
What was happening.
What
So
were you-
she must have been like sucking them or something.
No,
What are
I
you doing?
I must have just been hungry and really enjoying the strawberries, because more often than not, you'll get a fruit and be so excited, and then it's like just sour.
I always feel weird eating a banana. I can never just bite it. I have to break it off and put it in my
And
mouth.
once a comedian got his phone out and went, go on, eat that banana, eat it properly, put it in your mouth.
Who was it?
I'm not gonna say
This
on
is
here.
what men in comedy are like. Some of them. What was I going to say? I just want to say this. It's not relevant to what we're talking about, but I just want to remember it. My daughter made an obstacle course for our guinea pigs, right? And she wrote on it their names. Okay, she wrote on it their names.
Can they read?
Well, this is the thing. She wrote their names on one side, one of them on one side and one of them on the other side. And she said, that's bunga, they're called bunga and biscuit. That's bunga side, that's biscuit side. I said, yeah, but they might go over to the other side because they won't know that, will they? And she went, yeah, they'll recognise their names. Right, she's nearly 7. And I said, do you really think so? She went, yeah. She said they probably can't read them, but they'll be able to recognise them. And then I said that to Harriet, like a cute, funny story. And she went, and did they?
But
Do you
did
know-
they? I genuinely want to know. Did they? But did they? Did they do the obstacle course correctly?
No.
Thank you. Now then, we went to. Also, I did a gig, and are you all right? And this lady goes, "Oh, I know you. You're Amy's girlfriend."
I love this.
And I went,
Because I would not, if anyone ever says this to me, I am never going to correct them.
well, I said, "Am I?"
Yeah.
Well, are you?
Harriet sent me a voice note and went, oh, this woman said that I was your girlfriend. And I went, am I?
This is it,
But
we
she
all
sounded
don't know.
genuinely like, am I?
Are we in a polyamorous relationship and we haven't realised?
Oh, yeah, all right. Maybe.
Yeah, fine.
I've got
so-
nothing else on.
So we went to Birmingham, and
It's a long way for you.
I was furious as well. And for some reason,
Sorry for being
For some
born.
reason, I think Amy really does feel my wrath. For some reason, I'm angrier with people when
Because
I'm.
she's your wife now.
Oh, maybe. So I was annoyed with the cut. This is the problem with people of today, though, is that Amy's rang this woman where we were staying, asked where we park, and then she said, because I didn't realise, you literally had to kiss the shutter with your nose for it to come up.
Bloody hell.
Sorry, you can
And
leave
then-
those in, Rich. I
and
really
then
don't give a fuck.
She didn't think to say that there's a code for this is what people are like. So then we go in and then need a code, and then it's like, why could you not just say that to begin with, you dirty stinking rat? So anyway, just palaver. But anyway, but then we got there and I found it very difficult. I don't know how you did it sober, because I ended up getting very drunk.
Oh, that's another reason why I haven't been socialising, because I stopped drinking.
Rich, I pinged it with my tit and it's gone off.
What?
I literally nipped it with my nip and it flew up. Richard,
I
help
pinged
me.
it with my
Richard!
tit.
Thank you. Richard, help me. I've pinged it. You can leave that in as well.
I love Richard.
Aye.
I thought you were really good. What I enjoyed about you, Harriet, is I've never seen you drink like that. And you weren't like pissed like annoying, but you were walking around like a fucking Tudor king with a goblet, which I thought was just wonderful. And every time I looked around to check if you two were okay, you were socialising, you were talking to people you've not met, and then Harriet swooshing around. And I thought, she's in her fucking
She was in her
element.
I
element.
ruined the top, covered in red wine.
Well, you were splooshing. You were really like, I was like, any moment now, she's going to fucking throw that into a fireplace and demand someone chop someone's head off.
Yeah, she was like a drunk from like a 1950s
Yeah.
Disney film. You know,
She's
like
like, "Hello,
Robin
ladies."
Hood. Yeah, like.
like the candlestick in Beauty.
Yeah. Can I interest you in a cigar?
You were in the corner, in a plant, in a fake plant. Like this, I've got all these photos of you in this plant, like with it behind and all around you.
Oh, we should put this photo in our social
Sloshing the wine around.
But also, if she hadn't had wine and she did that, I would not think that was out of character.
No, you were in such good form. Yeah, you only had a couple of. You were
Yeah.
such
I had
good form.
4. That's over
That's over 3.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, but think about what we were like in our
True,
heyday.
true.
Yeah.
But do you know what? If it wasn't for those lovely girls and Amy, I would have found it really difficult. And I found, because James was insulted because I was talking with James Cook, who Amy did his course as well.
Did you in Birmingham?
Yeah, he ran like a 1-day intro to comedy thing for the BBC.
I did his comedy course. That's
Yeah.
how I got onto comedy.
So he did like a
He
one-day
is the guy, I think.
yeah.
years ago, like way before I
'Cause she
started
was like, I
comedy,
think I
and
know
I
him from
went
somewhere.
to Birmingham to do it, and it was really good. It was like it's just this really short course. It was years before I actually started.
Because he's so sort of analytical
But his
and
knowledge of comedy and how it's broken into different, I just find it. Because he gives you all this advice, but then his last bit of advice is, but you can also ignore that because comedy does.
yeah.
He was nice. I liked him, and I liked talking to him. But yeah, that's part of the reason I haven't socialised for so long is because I stopped drinking like over 2 years ago, and drinking was always such a big part of going out. And I didn't do like AA or anything, so it's not like I haven't got a group of like sober friends. So my strategy for not drinking is just never leave the house.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Never go out in the
So
evening.
it's hard to go to somewhere where everyone's really pissed.
Well,
as well.
And
genuinely,
knew each
it's
other.
probably one of the first proper things I've done since I stopped drinking. So that's over 2 years of like a something like that. But it was absolutely fine.
I really appreciate you coming. I think it was nice.
I drank so much lemonade and coke. Harriet was amazed.
Yeah, the velocity of which she drank a whole pint of Coca-Cola.
But she's wearing like a netted dress, weren't you? I
Yeah,
bet
she
that
didn't
was-
hide it in the dress.
No, but I mean, like that can cause dehydration because it's.
Oh,
heat.
maybe.
Maybe.
And then, so there was an awkward silence with James, who does this course, and then I said, "Can you smell onions?" So then,
It was the onion.
then James told everyone that I was basically saying that he smelled of onions. But who did the catering for your party? Because I have never known.
That there were so many
Onions.
sandwiches with onions in
They
them.
must have used. They used half
It
an
was
onion
like
in
a
each
massive
sandwich.
baguette tuna. I don't even like tuna, but they were the biggest sandwiches with tuna and onion. Then it was like cheese and onion, ham and onion and cheese. And I was like,
Onions must have been 3p
onion,
that
onion,
day.
and then a bowl of crisps.
Who
It was
did it?
nice though. They were nice sandwiches. They just had a lot of onion.
So much onion. Usually people just chop a little bit of. These were like absolute quarters of
Yeah,
onions.
it was like no, I enjoy an onion.
Because you know when you enter a building and then you could just it smelt of onions,
Nice.
isn't it? When
This
we
is
arrived,
Harriet's feedback from your probably quite expensive 40th birthday. It smell of onions.
no, we just arrived and Lindsay was very happy to see us, and I went.
you
"Can
were
smell
right by the
onions?"
onions.
Yeah, but also she's deaf, so I think her other senses have become.
Yeah, my nose
what
is
I
massive.
enjoyed is sometimes when she couldn't work out what a song was because it was too loud or she was too far away. Like you remember when you came back from the toilet, you went, "What is this?" And I was like, "Never forget where you're coming from." And you were like,
Well, there was this lady with short hair, short blonde hair. She was lovely, and she said to her partner about me, "Isn't she so beautiful?"
"Oh,
and
this is my friend Donna."
Her
Yeah,
partner goes,
Rob, Donna. I've been friends with Donna for so long. I used to play roller drum with her, and Rob is like, whenever I see him, he goes, "You're ugly." Like he's like one of them type of blokes. But Donna was also my daughter's childminder for a bit. Like I've known her, one of my best mates ever, and Rob was once driving down the hill that's opposite my house, and I was coming out of my house, and it was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I heard someone go, "Ugly bitch!" And I looked up, and it was just Rob going. That's just his. That's how he shows affection and love. That's just what he does. Don't you, Robert? You
"Yeah,
horrible
because
shit.
he was asking me about some song, and I went, I can't hear
Yeah,
it."
it's so fun. My mum thought you were very lovely, by the way.
Your mum, because you've always, no
Oh,
offence,
yeah.
but you've always said how sweet she was, and I always thought when you said that, is she? And then when we properly met her, and then that point when because they had, it was so weird. because-
Lindsay's a rocker. That's what we discovered.
yeah, so the music went from either very rocky to
Like
Right
Korn.
Said Fred.
Yeah.
It was literally that. And then when Right Said Fred was on, everyone was doing the catwalk across, and your mum did it, and she was just so cute. She was just lovely. And then I was talking to her about her ears as well, so we bonded over.
Yeah,
our-
because she's deaf as well, but she refuses to wear her hearing aids. And one time I took her out for a meal and she lost her hearing aids, and therefore she won't go back to that restaurant again.
Did she eat them?
Right? We don't know. We don't know. What was the format? We've only got about 5 minutes.
I've got it. So basically, so what have we done?
We've done, yeah. What have we done? What have we done? My
And
part,
did you find it as someone that? Well, we still don't really know what goes on in your mind, but did you find it overwhelming, the party?
I liked it to start with, and then I kind of got tired at about like 11. And then I always feel like when my mum and my brother and my sister there, they kind of just like have a scent, and I'm like, and then when they went, I was like, oh, I'm ready to go home. But I couldn't go because obviously everyone was there.
Wasn't there a dancing lady that wouldn't leave?
Yeah, my friend Nass. She'll never leave as long as there's music. So then I had to play the frog song by Paul McCartney. I said, put the frog song on by Paul McCartney, and then everyone went.
Comedians having PTSD because of the frog and bucket. It's the song they play where you do this duet night, and if you get gonged off, they do that song, don't they?
Do they play the frog song?
Did you never do it?
I've never done a gong. Have you ever done a gong? No, I don't. I won't lower myself to it.
Did I never? Well, I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to get gigs and stuff, and then I googled comedy gigs, and then Mirth Control came up, and then have I told you this before?
I can't remember.
And then I emailed him there, and he said, "Oh, let me know your bio." He meant comedy bio. How would I know that when I don't do comedy? So I sent him like a 30-page biography. Like,
where I was born.
My dad left my mum for another man. And
that's true, Ridge. That is genuinely what happened.
Yeah. So, what was my point with that?
We were trying to do what the
gig gong shows.
I thought we were doing the structure of
yeah. So I didn't know. So yeah, because we're talking about what a gong show is, but then so I didn't know how to get gigs, and those gigs, the gong shows and Beat the Frog, those are your chance when you're a new comedian to gig in these big venues with actual people.
And then how does it work? Because we might not know.
People are given cards, and you're either gonged off or frogged off. I don't think that's the term, but and then I did King Gong once. This woman went on with a puppet.
Is that the one in the comedy store?
Yeah. And it's so weird. It's like, what's that thing where Russell Crowe was in it?
Gladiator.
Yeah, it's like that. The vibe of like they want blood.
Fucking hell.
And then sometimes there'll be a woman shouting out in the audience, and then it turns out she's on. Yeah. And then I was on. There was a lady with a puppet ferret. It goes on. Someone in the audience hated her. She gets off stage. This woman in the audience punches her in the head. And then there's hair extensions flying everywhere. Mick Ferry's like, we need to call a break. Guess who's on next? Bloody me! Fucking so stressful. And then I thought I'd forgotten how to speak. So I was like going, thinking I'd forgot. Why would I put myself through that? I did it like 5 times. And then Alex Boardman in the end, lovely chap, a Manchester comic, he said to me once, please stop doing this. Like, but in the way, like, I'll help you find out where else.
Yeah, not stop doing comedy.
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Please
It was
do
lovely.
something else. Right, so the format.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So the format is we're going to say what we've done. I've learned how to say faux pas because I said FOPARS because I thought
faux pas.
She thought it was like faux pas, like faux pas.
Like,
no, single O.
Well, we'll do that next week because we've run out.
Listener faux pas.
Well, no, we haven't got any emails because we've
No,
not looked.
so you need to do that. I'm looking at you, kid.
Emails. So hello. Is it hello social moths?
Hello social moths at gmail.com.
Yeah. Or any advice with social.
Yeah, there's a.
The problem is though, I don't check the email account, so there might well be
I
stuff in
tell
there.
you what. How about message social mods on social media, because then that's just an account. Because if you do me personally, then it'll be lost
Same.
in stuff. So then we're gonna say the butterfly of the week.
Oh, who was the
So-
butterfly? I think it was me because it was my party.
Yeah.
I think it was all of us, because we came.
I
to
shall
your
not
party.
share.
We came all the way from Bristol, and I was angry on the motorway.
Oh no, I win actually because I was sober and I did it all sober.
Well, I had a new bra and it was hurting me, and I
Were you
never
pissed?
complained. A little bit, not absolutely right.
You had wonderful shoulders.
Isn't
You
the
look
poofs on that
gorgeous.
dress
Yeah.
amazing?
You look gorgeous.
Love a
Mm,
poof. Big
mm.
fan of the poof.
All right, we're all the flipping winners. What happens at the end? No. We
Well,
don't win a prize.
because it
do we?
feels like now we're running a bit short.
We're not.
Because what happened was we've done about 5 episodes. None of them made it out. But we had all these features that.
But I think
it was too featurey. We'd have the lamp of the week.
But we can still come back. Listen, let's not get hung up on it. It's nice. Well, let's just tell people we're using this to get out and talk to each other, which is what we're doing. We've done that. We've picked the lamp of the night time winner butterfly person. It's me. And Amy didn't look like a teacher that was going to tell me
Pissed
Mum
off.
off.
I'm pissed off because that's my only chance. Because I'm never going to
Oh,
go out again.
right. Bloody hell. Have it.
Yeah, but Lindsay, I couldn't have done that sober.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I'm the best, does it? It just means it doesn't mean I'm.
Well, it's what you're implying.
you
Amy.
stayed out later, though, so you should win.
I
No,
couldn't
fine.
have hung out with all your friends and family completely sober.
No, I agree. No, fair enough.
At one point, there was a group of people talking about they're doing this recycling and their bin schedule of their recycling schedule, and they were all having a lovely time. But when you're sober, you think, oh,
Give her the points. Well, it's not even a point. You just win the week.
Some people left at. We wanted to leave less than an hour.
But to start with, we were like, because we
Thank.
were so awkward and uncomfortable, and then
You
we got
were
into it.
delightful.
Yeah, but then we started dancing and we got really into it and we loved it. And it's really good. It was very healing for me.
The moral of the story is sometimes you just do it and see how you get on.
And push through, because if Amy wasn't there, I would have left, I think.
Yeah.
And then Amy said, "Let's sit down."
That was the key. That was
That was the key. The moment we sat down, and people came over to us, which I love, because whenever I used to go to house parties back in the day, oh, that was another thing. So when I used to go to, we were gonna do like faux pas of parties that we have been to.
Oh, I forgot.
Scaramouche.
Scaramouche.
And because I was used to do that at a house party, was I'd be in the kitchen where the alcohol was, and then people would just come to me. But then once I dropped a lot of alcohol and created a sort of swimming pool of alcohol, which caused accidents because people slid.
Right. Let's leave this episode there. We've all
Have
decided.
you done any faux pas in a party?
I haven't, but I should tell you one about a lad I
I've done
knew.
so many.
Actually, I don't think I can because he'll definitely know it's about him. But it involved someone having their testicles stapled to a coffee table. And it's too long. It's
But
too
would
long
your
a story.
testicle come out?
I don't know. I don't have one. Rich, would your testicle come out if you stapled it to a coffee table? It was
Oh.
definitely still in when I got there.
No, but I saw this true crime about these people that took this man's testicles.
And put it in a bin?
Oh, this
No, I
isn't
dunno.
nice.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, that would be a faux pas.
If you took someone's testicles at a party, that is definitely a faux pas. I think that you should always say thank you for having me to whoever's party it is, and then the rest is chance and mystery.
Once I passed out at someone's party in the early noughties, and it was so cold, and I was wrapped in a sort of vintage crocheted
Always
cardigan.
vintage.
Someone absolutely off their trolley picked me up, thinking I was their bag. And I was completely. There's a photograph of it. It was just like this.
You've just
I'm like,
reminded me of we went to this girl's party who I didn't really like. She was a friend of I actually actively despised her. And we went to her house, and I knew she was posh because she had, like, you know, when the TV's built into the wall of the fireplace.
In them days.
In them days. So I was like, I hate you even more now. And
In
they had
them days
two
was a good
sofas, like, at the side, and then the TV. So we all just had to sit on the sofa. And then I said to my friend, I said, should we just go into town? Because I can't stand this prick. And she was like, see my friend. I was like, oh, I'm going. So when we went to leave, I went to put my boots on, and I noticed that my boots looked really shit. And she had loads of boots that were the same size as me. So I put on a pair of her nice boots and just fucking stole them. And they lasted me about 8 months, them boots.
Was she like, where's my boots?
Yeah. And I said, I've got them. If you
Oh,
want them.
at least you were
I
honest.
was. I said, sorry, I think I put your boots on by mistake. If you want them, come and get them. She won't come and get them.
What happened was,
Yeah,
this was when I was very young, and I'll miss a bit of this out because I think it's quite concerning, but there was this girl's mum, and she was getting all the kids alcohol, which you think when you're younger, my God, what a legend.
Yeah,
but now,
You think you should be on a list.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We had that, like, friends' dads who were getting us, like, 13-year-olds bottles of Malibu. Like,
yeah, it's not okay.
I
Ugh.
love Malibu.
And then, so she got me like 2 3-litre bottles of cider, drank it all, didn't, because I just knew this girl from science. It was all older boys there, and older boys never spoke to me because I was flat-chested. And then, I drank all this. I won't get into exact. Well, it's quite upsetting. Well, basically, no one spoke to me, so I thought, because my idea of what would, I basically said, does anyone want me to suck their willy? And then yeah, it was a whole catastrophe. Anyway,
That is a social faux pas.
yeah. Because I went in the bathroom with these twins.
I'm not chatting to anybody.
you went in the
here.
bathroom with twins.
Yeah, these twin boys.
Oh,
But they
no.
were quadruplets, but the other two were girls. The other one had an orthopedic shoe.
I think we genuinely should leave it there because that would be amazing.
Really? But I've got more faux pas. So then, but I did it because it was called a blowjob, so you'd blow.
But-
you just go.
But there were 2 brothers, and you went in there with the brothers.
Yeah. Then I projectile vomited into a box of Heineken, left, and then woke up underneath a lamppost surrounded by swans, and the swans looked after me better than anyone at the party.
Oh!
And my second one was me and this girl. She's not with us anymore, bless her.
Anyone want to be sucked off?
What? This girl, she was so wonderful, but she sadly died, but she was great. Not at this party, but we went to this guy that lived a few doors down from me, but he was older, and then we were trying to be like them, and then I
Yeah.
got off with this guy, but it was like he disconnected his head and ate me like a snake. He opened his mouth so wide, and I was so daunted that then me and my friend were like, shall we just go to Tesco and get some sweets? So then we left the party, walked to Tesco, and at the time there was a murder. And you know, in the news, they always want to speak to someone with a white van.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So we're walking down this dark, street, and then suddenly lights come on, and there's shutters like vibrating in the wind, and it was Comic Relief Day as well. And then the van, there was a van there with its lights on.
What's
So
that
we're
got
like,
to
that's
do?
the murderer.
Yeah.
So then we sprinted off. Then we ended up running into this bush. So then we're like, and then eventually we're like, there's extra breath here. There was just a man wanking.
And why is this a social faux pas?
Because the man tried to eat my head. Then there was a murder. Then that man,
That is a social faux pas.
that man wanking is a
That
right
is a
faux pas.
massive faux pas.
If you're going to be in a bush, you should be able to know at peace that there won't be a man wanking.
Yes, no, but I mean, was he there first?
Oh, so it's like you victim blamer.
Yeah, you're telling me He's there having a nice little wank in the bush. And these two girls eating a packet of sweets.
Very breathy. No, we haven't even made it to Tesco.
Just bombarded
Invading
into
his
bush.
personal space.
Excuse me, madam, I'm having a wank. That is a social faux pas. I agree.
So I'm very bad.
You
Yeah.
faux pas because he was just on his. He didn't come to you. You went to him.
Yeah, but he crossed the line the moment outdoor shrubbery was involved.
Never.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be doing it in public.
But he wasn't. He was in a bush.
Yeah, but not his bush.
No harm, no foul. I wouldn't have known he was there. Carry on.
It was Britain in bloom.
I've got so many social faux pas at parties, but I don't think any.
I'm not going to top wanking in a
we
bush, are you?
had a We Love London party when I was younger, and you all had
What?
I lived in London. I lived in the centre of London, so we had a party where the fancy dress party, and the theme was We Love London. So everyone dressed up as like characters from EastEnders.
We
and
had
stuff.
very different childhoods.
I dressed up as
A phone box.
I was an adult. This was I was like 22 or something.
That's even weird.
So I dressed up as Nelson, like Lord
Mandela.
Lord Nelson. Yeah. No, I did not. Harriet, she's trying to get me cancelled again. No, I just was Lord Nelson. So I had like a big cardboard hat, I bet, like from Nelson's column, big cardboard hat, and I had one arm strapped to my front because he broke his arm. But then I had an arm strapped to my front. Then I took Coke, MDMA. I was off my tits, running around all the like roofs outside our house. Then someone was like, "You need to calm down," and gave me some mushrooms.
Oh my
And
Lord.
I was like, I don't want to sound like a hippie. I whispered to my friend, but the dawn is dawning in my mind. And I felt like I got arms that I missed a tickle, but I couldn't get one arm free. One of my Mr. Tickle arms, because it was strapped to me. There's photos of me like that.
So what did
I
you
wanna see
do?
these
Just go
photos.
extra wimpy
Yeah, everything
with
was
the other one?
orange. I was just like, the dawn's dawning in my mind. Yeah, that was mainly all my party faux pas like that. Also getting off with people, awful people.
Oh, I've just remembered I told my mum to do a slut drop at my party.
A slut drop.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
She wouldn't. She didn't.
She did, didn't she? I seen her do a slut drop.
Not my mum.
I did.
Well, she didn't do it when I asked.
She did when we did.
That's a social faux pas, not doing what she's told. Right, come on then. So I need another cup of tea.
Okay, this is 0.1
What?
because we've done a little tickle, Mr. Mr. Tickle over here. Because we did a sort of little introduction. Now this is a more of an introduction and a 0.1.
I'm off. I need a wee. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Please go and follow everything you can. Share, like, love, laugh, Lucy.
Live, laugh, love, life comedy. That's what I say. I really do need a wee.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye,
bye.
thank you.
Leave a 5-star review.
Follow on Patreon if we've got one.